Hello, lovely viewers. You are welcome to the Campus Drive Show live on Cheats TV. Today, we are going to be exploring about the impact of social media on mental health. We have Mr. Stephen Cole, who will share his expert insight and give us some tips of maintaining a good and healthy relationship on the social media. I'm Juma, your host. Before we dive into this interesting topic, let's go for a quick commercial break. When we are back, you hear more from us.
The precincts of Heritage Christian College are imbued with quality education that is engrafted with training in entrepreneurship, technology, character, professionalism, and service. Heritage Christian College. Face your future with confidence.
Heritage Christian College,
offering world-class university education.
Heritage Christian College, offering world-class university education.
Heritage Christian College,
offering world-class university education.
Heritage Christian College, heritage.
Offering world-class university education.
Heritage Christian College,
offering world-class university education.
Heritage Christian College.
Heritage Christian College, offering world-class university education.
Hello, fellow viewers. You are welcome back from the quick commercial break. My name is Jimama. Today, our topic is on exploring the impacts of social media on our mental health. Our guest, Mr. Cole, is ready for the studio discussion. Mr. Cole, you're welcome.
Hi, Jemima. How are you?
I'm good by His grace. Hope you are fine.
I'm also good.
Okay, so social media on our mental health. What are some of the ways you think social media affect on our mental health?
Well, thank you very much. And then thank you for having me. Social media, as widely as it has been accepted in this 21st century, it is for a purpose. That is why social media came into existence. And some of those purposes are information, how to communicate to one another, and then how to relate and have quick access of information. But as we have the positive side, we also have the negative side as well. So I would say that it is both negative and positive, even though it was meant for positive as well.
So let's say, what would be some of the positive impact that social media has really brought on our mental health?
Well, communication is one key factor when it comes to health. And then when it comes to health, stress is one issue that we have to also look at. So once the social media is able to bring easy access of information where we can communicate to one another easily. When you are depressed, you are having issues, so you get access to communicate, even if the person you trust is not with you at the moment. With social media, you can communicate to the person easily. So I can say that is one aspect, and it also help build community. It also build community where you will not be around where you come from, but once something is going on with social media, you get to know about that particular thing.
That's nice. So, with the negative effects of social media, we know its positive effect has a really great impact on our health, human health. So, what will be some of these negative effects? Because in everything comes with a positive and a negative. So, the negative aspects based on the social media on our mental health.
Okay, so for the negative aspect, I will say that stress, and then sometimes frustration, and then suicidal thoughts. Because let me start from the suicidal thoughts. Sometimes people portray themselves on social media where we look at them, and then we think that we are late in life. So we look at those people and it influences that this person, I know him, and then all of a sudden he has made it because of the flattering appearance on social media that we are seeing, not knowing in the house of the person is different. So looking at that, you will see that you are late, and then nothing can be done. So suicidal thought. Another thing is stress. So you stress yourself on so many things. Even sometimes when you don't have bundles to go to social media, you don't have data, you stress yourself too much, and this thing leads to so many things. Yes, so I can say that stress, frustration, suicidal thoughts are some of the negative things that is happening to our lives when it comes to social media.
Thank you. So, on the mental health, how do you think other platforms consider social media on the human mental health?
Well, when it comes to the other platforms as well, people think that the platform is monetary aspect. So once everything that is going on is me to gain money, I don't care about what somebody feels. So once I post whatever I want to post and I make money out of it, I don't care what somebody feels. And that is what we have to look at very well. That whatever you are putting on social media, it's supposed to be something that you have to think about your neighbor, your friend, somebody who is watching. What influence will it give the person? So that are what I can say.
Wow, fellow viewers, our studio discussion is getting heated and interesting. But then, let's move for a quick commercial break. When we are back, we'll continue from it. It's a week.
The precincts of Heritage Christian College are imbued with quality education that is engrafted with training in entrepreneurship, technology, character, professionalism, and service. Heritage Christian College. Face your future with confidence.
Heritage Christian College,
offering world-class university education.
Heritage Christian College, offering world-class university education.
Heritage Christian College,
offering world-class university education.
Heritage Christian College, heritage, heritage, heritage.
offering world-class university education.
Heritage Christian College,
offering world-class university education.
Heritage Christian College.
Heritage Christian College, offering world-class university education.
Exploring social media on our mental health. Mr. Cool.
Hi, Jemima.
So let's continue with our discussion. As we have talked about the positive impact of social media on the mental health, what are some of the ways to maximize it? Because something positive must also come with a benefit. So how do you think we can maximize the positive impact of social media on the human health?
Well, thanks once again. As I firstly say, social media came into existence for positive reasons.
Sure.
But all of a sudden, we begin to have negative reasons.
Yeah, 21st century there, that's how.
Exactly. So I think that for us to have more of the positive side, we're supposed to look at those who are on the social media platforms. We who practice the social media daily, we're supposed to also think about others, where we see that what we are making or the monies we are making, we also think about their health.
Yeah, that means mostly following good role models at the social media, but not good influencers.
Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah. Mainly, sometimes some of the posts are also sometimes entertaining.
Sure.
And then it also motivates us in some way. Yeah, but we also have to think about others.
Sure.
Now, to the one who is watching or following, you have to know your limits. You have to know that not all things that are on social media are truth.
Sure. Yes.
So if you think that what somebody posted is always truth, it is lie.
Yes.
So you have to, for example, I have a friend who always posts so many things.
Wow.
And then when he posts the thing, as if he's the richest guy.
But real life there.
Real life.
Yes.
You will see, when I open my child, you
are even richer than him.
You will see, Charlie, make your boy something. Some 10 bar, some 5 bar. But when you look at these guys' posts, you think that he is the richest guy from the village. Yes. So this particular issue, you have to know that no, it is not how it is. Maybe the person is admiring to become
what he has seen on the social media.
Exactly. So you, the person who is watching, have to have boundaries and know what you will believe. Once you know that, you'll be able to explore or have more positive of what you are following. And then I also like this. We have to have a trigger to give a positive, increase the positive side. There must be a trigger way of doing things to affect the negative side, so that the negative side will reduce. Once you bring some things that will make people feel like, oh, okay, so meaning that what we have been watching is not real.
It's not real.
So
you can just manufacture it, or let's say a device or something that makes it
exactly. Maybe I'm here and I post something.
You're outside the country or something.
Outside the country. Then all of a sudden, I get out and somebody see me and take a picture and say, oh, this guy that who is saying he was outside the country, he's in Ghana. Then everybody watching, okay, meaning it is not true. So that is the trigger aspect of this. Something that will make us think that not all things that are on social media are true.
Yes.
So I think those measures can be put in place. We should have the trigger aspect, and then we should also have boundaries. When you have boundaries, it is also good. Let us also educate ourselves more before we come to social media.
Yeah, because social media nowadays is full of lots of things. And with our 21st century, you can see that the mental health is really being affected.
Very good. And Mr. Conrad said something, and then I would like to quote him.
Okay.
A class he was teaching, and then he said, it is believed that what you watch, and what you read give more impact onto your life. So mentally, what you are watching, maybe by the next 3 seconds, it have a very big impact on your life. Sure. And then what you read, and we know that social media is two things: we read and we watch
it. Yeah.
So it have a very great impact on our life. So we have to know the content which we want before we go on social media.
Okay, thank you very much for your contribution. So with the negative, how do you think we can minimize it for it not to affect, or for it affecting the mental health to be reduced?
So when it comes to the negative aspect, I think that things must be put in place.
Sure.
And then it must also the social media, those that invaded it, must also help us. Where some certain content which they normally do, when you post something and they see that this platform, this thing is not educative to some people, they normally try to take it off or block you. Those things are also something that can help. Secondly, those who post the things must be considered.
Yes, because let's say with our current use or 21st century use, you can see most of the youths are just interested on the likes, the comments, and the viewers and the followers they get on social media, which most of them end up doing negative things and ending up in the future affecting their future a lot.
Exactly. You see, they should also consider the God factor.
Sure.
Those who are posting and we who are following, we consider the God factor. Somebody can pick his or her phone and then be following and then see something and then ignore it.
Yeah.
And then be like, this one, yeah, it's not nice.
Oh, this one is not nice.
So
like when they see someone preaching, they'll be like, hey, what am I watching preaching for? When they see someone dancing and you see the youth of today.
Exactly. So all of them count, as you say. So we should make sure that we promote good content. So the media have to help. We ourselves who are watching have to help. And then the other people who are also posting, like I said, should also consider those who are watching. Because mentally, what we watch and what we see really, really affect our health.
Yeah, sure. Because we can say about, let's say, a high number of percentage of youth today are suffering from anxiety and depression just because of these social media platforms. And it's a very alarming topic to be talked about. So, Mr. Cole, do you think social media is addictive?
Yes.
How?
Well, you know, this time when sometimes you go to church and then maybe like last time when we were having program, we realized that there was VGMA.
Yeah, Vodafone Ghana Music Awards, yes.
Then you realize that everybody sitting there was expecting we close early.
Sure.
For them to go and then even when we were not closing on time, they were watching their phones.
Yes.
Even let's take church. So people will be watching their phones in terms of reading their Bible from their phone, but not reading Bible, but WhatsApping. And so social media is really addictive. Once what they are seeing them motivate them or help them in one way or the other, it's really addictive.
Yes. So what are some of the ways, if it's addictive to the youth of today, what are some of the ways we can reduce this addiction or can break or put a stop to this addiction? Because it's really affecting the youth of today.
Okay, so I can say education matter.
Sure.
Yeah, education matter. You see, once you help to educate people about it, and as we are doing, it's a form of education that will help people as well. So education matter. Secondly, we have to reduce the negative posting. Like I said, we have to reduce it, because once you put something that is always there forever. Whatever you post today on maybe Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram is there forever, and it is going to affect others people. And once the person see the thing and the thing is nice, he forget about book. You always want to watch. Yes.
Yes. So with that point, we can see we just putting or removing social media apps from our phone, because we telling us that we are going to let's leave it from our phone can let us get so addictive to it. So we cutting or we deleting the social media apps can also be a very good.
Okay, it can be a very good point, as you said. Yes, but it depends on the content. It depends on the content, if I may say. It depends on the content, because you may be using it for education matter, but someone may be using it for another thing. But I think that deleting it from it is also good, if only what you are using it for is something else. So I can boldly say that maybe if you have a machine which you don't use continuously, you can have that app on, which for the education matter. But when you go to places where you have to concentrate, those things must not be around you. So the live stream aspect too as well. So it is not all things that you have to consider of watching live when you are learning. When you have something serious to do, you have to consider prioritization. You have to look at what is necessary before. So the thing is there. Once they finish the program, you can go and watch it again. So reducing that too will help.
Thank you very much. So let's say with social media platforms, do you think social media platform they should have a very high responsibility in order to control their mental health?
Definitely. And if I may say, some time ago, one in our class, we had Dr. Asma, who were having about this social media thing, how it benefits us and other things. So we were saying, if somebody posts something that is not good, that is causing harm, the person must be take. The law must take the person. And then he was like, okay, that was a good point, but it is monetary aspect. Once it is posted there, that is it. But we came to conclude that yes, measures have to be put in place so that people will not post some certain things there. So reducing it, I think the social media, those who invaded it have more responsibilities.
Thank you very much. So what advice will you give to people who wants to maintain a very good and healthy relationship with the social media, and also to patronize their mental health and balancing the both of them together?
Okay, so one, I would say they should avoid the majority.
Okay.
The crowd. You should avoid the crowd. The crowd as it is. You see, when you always follow the crowd, you will reach a point where you cannot decide for yourself. The crowd will now be deciding for you. So you hear that this is on the social media, no, you are running to go and witness it. See is believing.
Yes, seeing is believing.
Yes. So we have to work towards that. And then secondly, we should have boundaries for ourselves. As somebody as a potential person who want to be somebody in future, you should have boundaries for yourself. You should have a serious boundary for yourself. That will tell you that at this point of time, this is what my life is for. This is what I want. And once you have those strong things around you, it helps you a lot.
So that means let's say an advice will also be given us, we limiting the exposure of ourselves on social media. Yes, in the sense that we should just make sure that things that have been posted on social media, we shouldn't just take it for granted.
No.
Because it affects this. There's a saying that what affects your future, it's what you do now.
Exactly.
So what we are doing now will tell what our future will be tomorrow.
Definitely.
And we as growing future leaders of tomorrow, we have to make sure we leave a good footprint for others to follow.
So I want to add this. There was this guy who said that if we are saying that we are the future leaders, then we have to leave some certain things, because there are some certain lifestyles that we live that does not show that we are the future leaders. So if we are the future leaders, we have to consider some certain things. So like you rightly say, you see, if it is not all people we see who dressed wear the suit is for them. Some of them, they borrowed it.
Yeah, borrow.
So, some of them, they ask from someone to come and maybe
present themselves or just show off.
And have the program, and when they finish, they begin to chat. I was live. Didn't you see me? You see the suit, you see the shoe, but that is it. We have to limit all those things, as you say. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So with the person who is very addictive to social media, what is the final advice you can give for such person?
Someone who is
very addictive to social
media.
I want to also maintain a very healthy relationship.
I think he should, one, seek for counseling.
Sure. So he has to go to a professional.
Exactly. Because it has had a negative impact on his life. And then once it has had negative impact on his life, it will be very difficult for him to decide on his own that he is stopping. Once he decides for 1 week or 2 weeks, he goes back. But once you have a professional who can talk to you and give you the direction, it will help you.
Thank you very much. We had a very great and interesting discussion with my fellow viewers. Hope you also enjoyed our interesting topic. Indeed, the social media on our mental health is greatly affecting the youth of today. And with some of the suggestions Mr. Stephen Cole has given, it's very good and an impactful one that can help us as we are growing as future leaders of tomorrow. Let's go for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Heritage Christian College,
offering world-class university education.
Heritage Christian College, offering world-class university education.
Heritage Christian College,
offering world-class university education.
Heritage Christian College, heritage.
Offering world-class university education.
Heritage Christian College,
offering world-class university education.
Heritage Christian College.
Heritage Christian College, offering world-class university education.
The precincts of Heritage Christian College are imbued with quality education that is engrafted with training in entrepreneurship, technology, character, professionalism, and service. Heritage Christian College. Face your future with confidence.
Thank God for my life, for my life. As I pray for my daily manna. We know the fear everywhere, make drive.
Why? Samputuma putu, samputuma. Ambagadum bigin, sagadum badadin, ampana madama bum, some bottom pumpe, bottom putting giddy, stack better, bottom sauce like this, let me know. Charlie who got swag like me. You go fit drip like we. No way. For some shoes, you go spend 5G. No. Are you sure? Make you try see. Stone boy got the ladies on lock. Yes, about the rapper, everything is on sack. Yeah. Open hitter and then my mouth tip. little bit of beam and some high on the track. That's all. What else?
In the commercial break. I'm Juma, your host. Today, our topic was exploring the impact of social media on our mental health, and we have been educated and enlightened about the positive, the negative, and some advices that can be given in order to reduce and have a healthy relationship on the social media with our mental health. You can use your comments on our social media platforms, that's Campus Drive TV on Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram. Are you a business or a group of people looking to patronize your goods? Campus Drive TV is the best TV station to explore all your goods and services. Cool. On the Campus Drive show, we have every tradition, every guest comes to perform. So when I say Campus Drive show, all you need to say is, please press play as fast and as quick as you can.
Wow. Okay,
so Campus Drive TV 3 times, you say please press play.
Please press play.
But you have to say it fast. Okay. Like you get it. So
that's fine.
Campus Drive show.
Please press play.
Campus Drive show.
Please press play.
Please as quick as possible. Campus Drive show.
Please press play.
For the viewers in an interactive section today, and then with Mr. Cole, we say thank you, a very big thank you for all your contributions.
You're welcome.
And thank you for your time taking out of your busy schedule to just come and make sure that this program becomes a success. We say a very big thank you. To my fellow audience and my fellow viewers at home, I say a very big thank you for all your time taking part and sitting down to watch our interactive section. Without you, this program wouldn't have been possible. I thank the social media, Upshoots TV, thank my producers, my cameraman, and everyone who took part in making sure that this became a success.
Thank God for my life, for my life, for my life. As I pray for my daily manna. We know the fear everywhere, make
why? Samputuma putu, samputuma. I'm bagadum biggie and sagade, sagadum badadin gadade, pampana madama pumparabo, some potom pompe, potom potting giddy, spack better, potom pop, spec, back. Sauce like this, let me know. Charlie who got swag like me. You go fit drip like we. No way. For some shoes, you go spend 5G. No. Are you sure? Make you try see. Stone boy got the ladies on lock. Yes, about the rapper, everything is on sack. Open hitter and then my mouth tip. A little bit of beam and some high on the track. That's all. What else?